Welcome to Recapped Movies TV channel. Let's see what the story is today. Today's story is a Terrifier 2 released on October 6, 2022. This is a 2-hour 18-minute movie. Let's see what is happening today. The story is directed by way of Damien Leone. Halloween Night is about 82 minutes lengthy. I noticed it a few years in the past. It is difficult to make a fascinating or even pretty unique horror film. Clown and the clown stood out as any individual I'd in no way viewed before. David Howard Thornton's wonderful appearing and honestly superb makeup additionally featured this persona in All Hallows Eve. However, he truly grew to become extra popular with that first horror movie, this 82-minute terrorizer. Let's see the story. After being resurrected with the resource of an unknown entity following the Miles County massacre, Art the Clown murders and severely mutilates the coroner investigating his dead physique with a hammer. He goes to the laundromat to handy his blood-soaked garments. The location he encounters a little mild girl dressed in same clown makeup. A lone consumer sees Art interacting with a girl, who is invisible to him, formally then being impaled through the head with a mop control off-screen. 12 months later, Sienna locations the ending touches on her Halloween costume, a warrior princess that used to be as soon as designed for her by means of the use of her late father, who these days exceeded away after a brain tumor, which delivered forth bizarre visions. Her brother Jonathan plans on going as Art the Clown. Sienna expresses scenario about this to their mother, Barbara. That night, Sienna has a dream. The vicinity she encounters Art in an industrial for a restaurant. He fingers all human beings candy, except for Sienna, who receives a beating coronary heart in a container with worms and black goo. He then whips out a Tommy gun and shoots each physique in the industrial, barring for Sienna, who tries to run away. He then torches the closing pals and the guitarist. Before he catches her in the dream, a furnace ignites on her dresser, waking her up, and incinerating the wings she had designed for the costume. A sword that had been given to her by using way of her father stays unscathed amongst the ashes. The subsequent day, it is Halloween. Jonathan sees Art and the little woman at college playing with a useless opossum. He runs away and into a teacher, who finds the opossum and suspends Jonathan, believing he is the one to have delivered the animal into the school. Meanwhile, Sienna goes to the costume shop to detect a replacement pair of wings. There, she encounters Art, who playfully antagonizes her before then she leaves. Art mutilates and then decapitates the retailer vendor, and later follows Sienna's friend Allie home. The vicinity he assaults and viciously mutilates her body, pouring bleach over her and rubbing salt over her wounds. When her mother discovers her body, she runs away screaming and is in flip killed, with her head being used as a prop through the usage of Art to serve candy to children, some of whom bitch about how sticky the candy is. Meanwhile, Barbara discovers that Jonathan has been suspended and refuses to let him go away the dwelling for the evening, while Sienna plans on going to a get-together with her friends. Jonathan calls Barbara a bitch, and is then slapped via way of her in return. Jonathan storms off, furious, and appears to vandalize the family car. Barbara cleans up the mess, alternatively finds Art indoors the vehicle and is shot in the face. Jonathan returns home to come across his deceased and mutilated mother. Art proceeds to smash mashed potatoes into her unrecognizable face. Art then chases him to the bedroom, the vicinity he incapacitates Jonathan with a needle. At the party, Sienna is unknowingly given Molly through her pal Brooke. As the drug reacts to the alcohol and the Xanax she had till now taken, Sienna has a panic assault when she sees the little girl dressed as a clown. Brooke and her boyfriend Jeff are driving Sienna home when she receives identify from Jonathan, whose voice is in actuality being mimicked by using the use of the little girl, asserting that he is at an abandoned carnival. There, Sienna investigates the premises, inclusive of a haunted house named the Terrifier. Meanwhile, Brooke and Jeff are attacked and killed brutally. Sienna finds Brooke's vain physique in a dingy bathroom, the vicinity she moreover finds Art and Jonathan. After failing to kill the interestingly immortal Art pretty a few times, Sienna is stabbed in the stomach with her father's sword, and interestingly dies, falling into a dream she had earlier than in the movie, trapped in a water torture cell. Art tries to wake up a comatose Jonathan and begins eating him. Sienna, meanwhile, is resurrected through the sword and decapitates Art. The utilization of the equal weapon. He looks dead, and the ghostly little female takes his head and leaves. Sienna and Jonathan embrace. Thank you for watching.